What's up, LA gangsters, American gangsters, worldwide gangsters? This is Gangsta Transform Compete TV, and my name is Peasy. Our mission is to profile, interview ex-gangsters, hustlers, or anyone who was involved in the street lifestyle and have transformed themselves into positive members of society in hopes of influence another to do the same. We hope to prevent the unaliving or imprisonment of another. If you like our mission, please subscribe to our channel, like our videos, share our videos, and leave a comment. Today I'm going to profile Mr. Damion Porter, aka Little Chinaman from 11 Deuce Hoover. Before I start, I have to send a shout out to OG Rock from 5 Deuce, OG Dav from 7-4, and last but certainly not least, Lil D from 107, who was killed in 1992-1993. Rest in peace, Lil D. I miss you, bro. And here we go. We meet the gangster. Mr. Porter was born in February of 1974. He grew up in Watts in South Central Los Angeles. At the age of 4, he moved from Watts to 110th in Vermont into the Hoover one-ways. At the time of this relocation, it was just he, his mother, and his sister. His father was not present in his life. How many times do we find gang members that didn't have a father present? This is not a coincidence. If the father is not in the house or a strong presence in the young boy's life, he will seek that father figure or male bonding somewhere else. And unfortunately, a lot of times, they'll find that bonding in the streets. And so the misguidance begins. Fathers, if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. We have to raise our children, regardless of if you're with the mother or not. And women, you need to not try and sabotage or block the relationships of a father with their children. You may be hurting the father in the short term, but you will also hurt that child in the long term. As a matter of fact, family court has become wiser in this regard. Back in the day, the courts almost always favored the mothers when it came to child physical and legal custody. But the courts finally learned there is a direct correlation between fathers who were not allowed to have ample time to be with their children and the incarceration rate of these children. Now, if a father does something that warrants he not seeing his children, then so be it. I think we all understand that. But this is not what I'm talking about. But for the other cases, these children need their father's love, guidance, discipline, and role modeling to hopefully circumvent a gangster's or hustler's lifestyle. This is so important. Men, we have to raise our children so they don't wind up dead or in prison. Now back on topic. Mr. Porter, being a curious and impersonable boy, he started hanging out in his neighborhood at a young age. He wanted to see what all the action was about in those Hoover streets. At the age of 12, he was shot in the leg with a 12-gauge shotgun. He still has 400 pellets in his leg, and several have traveled to his heart. Mr. Porter would get into the streets even more after he was shot. He went to Henry Clay Junior High School, which is around the corner from where I jumped off the porch. He started puffing the Mary Jane and robbing people at gunpoint at a young age. He would first go to camp at the age of 14 for a robbery. This camp sentence would be the start of many years in and out of prison. I'm not going to go into all of the locations Mr. Porter did time at and what he did while he was doing time, because this is well documented by himself on his YouTube channel, The Inside Story with Damion Porter. I encourage everyone to check out and subscribe to his channel. Mr. Porter would do decades in prison. That's decades with an S. Mr. Damion Porter enters his transformation phase. Now, I attribute two events in his life that initiated or motivated his transformation. One, when he was in prison and his beloved mother was very ill with stomach cancer, just as my mother was. Rest in peace, moms. She told him not to get in any more trouble. And number two, he was blessed with a sympathetic, understanding judge who gave him a 10-year sentence reduction. I'm sure Mr. Porter took these blessings, coupled with the promise to his moms to chill, as a second chance at life. If any of you have listened to and observed Mr. Porter on his YouTube channel, The Inside Story with Damion Porter, you know the man is smart, articulate, and conscious. We meet the competitor. There are two reasons why I respect Mr. Damion Porter. One, upon exiting prison after doing decades, he went to college. Think about that. How many cats do you know that would go to college after doing so much time in prison? This means Mr. Porter is indeed serious about competing legally in this world. He's confident that he can handle college, and he's motivated to not return to prison. I salute you, Lil Chinaman, for this. And number two, he started a podcast that influences people to not go to prison and illustrates the perils that one might face behind the wall, because so many of us are indeed hard-headed and just have to learn the hard way. His goal is to prevent incarceration, not to glamorize it. My goals are in line with Mr. Porter's. We just go about it in different ways. Mr. Damion Porter, I respect you for where you've come from and your relentless work to improve and educate yourself. I respect you for trying to save the lives of others. I champion you for the man you will become. This is Gangsta Transform Compete TV, and I'm Peasy. If you like our mission, please subscribe to our channel, like our videos, share our videos, and leave a comment. We hope to prevent the unaliving or imprisonment of another. Stay free, people. God bless.